let me add all. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we are on time. Let me introduce our today's speaker, Mr. Professor Bhaskar Chakraborty. He's a faculty and he's a faculty from School of Management, Presidency University, Bangalore, and he's a amazing guy with multiple years of industry experience on marketing and digital media. Been to the industry for quite a long time. Uh, we have been speaking for the last few days and discussing a few of the factors which can most probably help the young startups as well as professionals in this era. So nowadays, as per my understanding, my small belief is when you go anything, do anything in this present market, you want to expand your business, you want to go for market expansion, you want to get someone on board who is not from your country. One of the best way is connecting using the digital media. Uh, with a very small note, let me ask our speaker to go for the session and enlighten us with the topic, which is digital entrepreneurship. And over to you, Bhaskar. Are you able to hear me? Well, I'm not muted, so not sure. Must be something in your audio, Dr. Arati.
No, I have to unmute myself. So now
Yes.
you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. So, namaskar. Bhaskar Chakravarti here. To start with, let me thank Mr. Arijit Bhattacharya, the host, who has given me this opportunity to interact with all of you. It's a wonderful experience. I can see what is going to happen in the next 30-40 minutes. Okay. Now the topic that I have chosen is digital entrepreneurship and the business model canvas, which any business follows. But today we will discuss mainly on digital platform, right? So I want to start, honestly, those days of PowerPoint is gone. But I am a senior citizen, and I am a good storyteller. May not be as good as Orijit, but I would like to use a few PowerPoints. So I want to share those PowerPoints with you, uh, just to build up the tempo of the discussion. So yes, I first need to define uh, entrepreneurship, right? So entrepreneurship has been described as a capacity and willingness to develop, organize, and manage a business venture along with any of its risks in order to make a profit. So uh, the key words are capacity. The entrepreneur must know his or her competence. Okay, we'll come to that later on, but that is what the capacity is all about. And the willingness, the passion, the fire in the belly to start entrepreneurship, to develop, organize, and manage. These three words, they mean a lot. We'll come to that. But of course, in 30 minutes, I can't do, we teach this course for a semester to MBA students as well as the engineering students, because I am based in Bangalore, and in Bangalore, this is the hub for startups. So it's in our curriculum that computer science students, they go through a course on digital entrepreneurship. So I teach presently. I'm, of course, even in the lockdown situation, we are teaching online, but I teach computer science students this semester. So capacity, willingness, develop, organize, manage, business venture, risks. and profit. So these are the keywords. Then this is my favorite, where I want to talk to you about the 6 Ds of entrepreneurship. Now, how many of you have seen the 6 Ds here? None of you, because there are only 5 Ds. Okay, so that was a catch. I like having some fun with you all. So I'll come to, there are six. I will mention the sixth one. First is, you as an entrepreneur, you need to discover the pain points of the customers so that you offer a solution. And then once you discover, you design and develop a solution. Now these solutions, Orijit, there is some disturbance from someone. I don't know
I don't
who
know.
it is, but
Give me a moment. Let me mute all because I was doing the chat with everyone. So now you're unmuted, Dr. Bhaskar.
no,
You can
yes, yes.
yes.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So discovering the pain point, offering, designing a solution, developing that solution, deploying it, getting into the market, and the fifth D is delivery. Once you deliver, then you bring out the delight in the customers. So those are the 6 Ds, and there are 5 steps. You can't discover the pain point of customers unless you have empathy. This is the most important trait or characteristic of an entrepreneur. You have to be able to empathize, learn about the audience for whom you are designing, and then define, ideate, prototype, re-prototype, go to the customers, re-prototype, and test, and then finally come with the prototype. Now, but let me tell you one thing here. Product or service that you're offering as a solution to solve the pain points of the customers can either be physical or digital or virtual. Now, when I talk about virtual, digital, actually our host knows more than me about digital entrepreneurship, because he himself is I would call him a virtual entrepreneurship. If you visit his YouTube, Orijit Bhattacharya, it's marvelous. I mean, the kind of things that he has done, and he's worked on his passion. He was a cartoonist during his school days. His friends used to say, "What are you going to be?" He used to say, "Cartoonist." And let me tell you, Orijit pursued that passion and developed virtual entrepreneurship. We'll come to that, more on that later, because today I may be the speaker, but our host Orijit is actually the actor. Here actor, I mean entrepreneur. Okay, yes. So now we know now what entrepreneurship is, but then why digital entrepreneurship? Digital technologies today are enabling impossible as possible, creating jobs and wealth. Now, HBR, Harvard Business Review, has a study which shows that digital organizations are 26% more profitable than industry peers. 26%. And digital platforms provide global reach that none other than our host Orijit knows about how global reach can be of entrepreneurship, because he developed a virtual product, but because he was in the online space, digital space, the demand for that product was more outside India, in foreign countries. And that is what digital platforms are about, the global reach. Now, why digital entrepreneurship? Because of the velocity, because of the speed, because of the accuracy, the target audience. You hit at your target audience. You have ubiquity because you're present everywhere. Your presence, your accuracy, and your speed of digital platforms have made the digital entrepreneurship as the foreground of disruptive innovation and development. Yeah, we know that disruptive innovation, our great man Christiansen, who, he in fact christianed this word of disruptive innovation. He passed away 2 months back. The disruptive innovation is a very positive term. What Ubers and Olas have done, they have uh, created disruption. The same taxi drivers, same passengers, but a different digital platform. And none of and the platform, the founders, the promoters of Uber, they don't own any taxis, right? So that is disruptive innovation. But these days, because of COVID-19 lockdown, we're hearing disruption in a very negative term. But let's take it very positively. This disruption, I will show you how it's creating opportunities for many of us. Okay, so we need to look at it in a different perspective. Okay, now what are these emerging technologies and the entrepreneurial opportunities? Today, everyone needs to know about these emerging technologies. I am a digital migrant. Okay, Orijit is a digital native, but my message is that you have to learn and relearn these emerging technologies. Why? Because artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, image processing is going to be part of our day-to-day lives. Internet of Things. Everyone's having a smartphone these days. Sensors, wearables, blockchain. Earlier, blockchain had a very negative meaning, connotation. Oh, transferring money secretly across the borders and all that. No, it's distributed ledger system, cryptocurrencies. Its application is in supply chain. Its application is in electronic health records. So blockchain has a lot of advantages and benefits for the society. There's a small country called Estonia. The whole country is on blockchain. All the data of each citizen is in the distributed ledger system. Big data is another. Apps, infrastructure, predictive analysis. Let me tell you, today the most sought after jobs are of data analysts, those who are into big data and into predictive analytics. Robots, drones, autonomous vehicles, 3D printing, which is also known as additive print manufacturing. Oh, there's so much of, already many things are happening. I can give you just one example. A person died because of accident. The person was clinically dead because although the heart was beating, but the brain, and then the family, the wife had vouched for the organs. This was in US. So what happened is that there was another patient waiting for a donor of a kidney. And this was very far away from, I think it was about 8 kilometers away from this. But there was heavy traffic. So the kidney was flown by drone to that hospital where the patient was waiting for the kidney. And there was a robotic surgeon who performed the transplant, and the patient is living well. 3D printing. Soon we will have, today, of course, COVID-19 has taken us all by surprise, unpredictable, unprecedented. But we are predicting that soon, one day, I hope I am alive that time, that I will print, I will manufacture medicines for myself, tablets at home through a 3D printer and consume it because it fits exactly to my genome system. efficacy, no side effects. 3D printing in healthcare. Even organs will be manufactured through this process. So these are the emerging technologies we have to learn, relearn, and unlearn the past from the transformation from traditional to digital and emerging technologies. But in the 21st century, entrepreneurship has to be customer centric, technology driven, creative pursuits. It has to be innovative. And innovation is in the intersection for our digital entrepreneurship between these three circles of desirability, viability, and feasibility. Desirability is how desirable is the solution. Okay. In simple words, how marketable is the product? How perfectly does the product, service, digital, virtual, physical, satisfy the need of the customer or the consumer? Desirability. Then feasibility. What is the technology that you're going to use to reach out to your customers? That's the feasibility. Because everything is going to be technology driven. And viability is the funding, the finance, the investors. Here again, I would like to add our host Arijit is a angel investor. So all budding entrepreneurs listening to me must keep following Arijit Bhattacharya, the host, because you never know. He might be impressed with the business proposal that you all pitch to him. He might invest in your business proposal, right? Because Arijit, I'm saying this because I know some of my students are here, those who are doing digital entrepreneurship. Okay.
Okay, for them,
Now,
a small
yeah,
for them a
please.
small message. Usually, any angel investor who is actually a successful investor, we usually go for multiplying our money along with. We usually handhold the person to, raise the graph. It is not the
Okay.
business proposition. Honestly, it is about the team and the intention and
Okay.
kind of uh, mindset that the team has got. That's what I believe. I mean, it depends on person to person, but that's how I believe. So for me, investing is pretty, you can say, time consuming stuff. I usually don't take a decision within at least 6 months. I take a lot of time, but when I say yes, that's a yes. I really don't become a sleeping investor. I really become an active one. But yes, I mean, that's how the whole ecosystem works,
No,
at
no,
least.
absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I respect these words of commitment from you. Okay. Now, coming to the internet access in India. Internet access in India, I need not elaborate on this. I've got some last figures which must have multiplied at least two, I mean, some, because 56 crore of the Indian population are using the mobile phone. Okay, with 96% online connections via mobile phones. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I call this as the marketplace, the mobile, because in this device, you have the buyers and sellers meeting here. So this is the market today. I can do my shopping at home, sitting at home. I can do all kinds of selling also sitting at home through this device. So the mobile phone has become a powerful media. Okay. I mean, all of you know this. I just read in today's newspaper that people are buying more mobile phones than Maggie, today's Times of India. I found that very interesting. Okay. Now, this is a very important model that I want to share with you. This, in short, we call it the map steps. Map steps. Okay. Mapping is knowing. Okay. the market potentiality analysis. What is the market size? And what is your target market share? That depends on a lot of, say, simply a SWOT analysis. Okay. But it goes into deep legwork and desk work to find out the market potentiality, and knowing the actor's competency analysis. Here, the actor is the entrepreneur. And today, my actor, as I keep saying, is Orijit. And the finding out the competency, because he found out at a very young age that he wanted to, he was very keen in drawing cartoons and superheroes, and that is what led him to an entrepreneurship. Okay, because he knew his competency and product fitness, and based on his competency, he developed games with superheroes. Okay, to be specific, of the Shaktiman, a 3D avatar of Shaktiman. And he fitted the product so well that he got this business opportunity in the global market. Okay. So then once he got this business opportunity, he developed his strategy, the technology, executed it, which is doing, and then he assessed his performance. He
Well,
found
sir,
that
sir, really sorry to interrupt. Well, Shaktiman we actually developed very recently, around I think 2.5 years back. Before that, we have been doing multiple number of superheroes. Shaktiman is actually a licensed character, and we have it from the owner of Shaktiman. So we actually 3D
yes,
simulated
yes,
Mr. Mukesh Khanna into today's
yes, yes.
Shaktiman character, and put that particular character across the globe. So most probably I'll take another session maybe by myself how you can do the licensing
You
of.
must,
Yeah, I'll do that. Talking about the
you
digital
must,
marketing
yes,
strategy, I would love to add some value to it. What I can understand
yeah,
nowadays, we have several options. Several options to network, several options to grow our personal contact using the digital media. But I would love to add a value before you increase the number of you can say contacts in your contact base. Just a suggestion from my end. That's what I do. Until unless I know the person in person, I either interacted with them, or maybe I have done some kind of communication with them. I usually keep them in my Facebook. My LinkedIn, I do have
oh,
two different accounts. One account is basically
okay,
for the people whom I know in person. Second account is basically open for all the other guys whom most probably I have never met. They want to connect with me. So in this way, you can
okay,
filter out people. You can understand whom to put where. Otherwise, what will happen after a certain time? You will be, lost. Like in my Facebook, I run three different accounts now. I've
okay,
crossed 5,000 in first account, opened second one, then I created one page. So the second account has got approximately 4,800 plus people, you know. And then when you
okay,
talk about the LinkedIn one, the first account I have crossed around 25,000. The second account has got around 8,000. Second account is basically for
okay,
unknown people. 20,000 or plus 20,000 is basically for known people. So what happens when you know some guy, you can always directly communicate with them, connect them, and ask for any kind of business proposition. And that's how you can actually filter out your user and customer. So as an entrepreneur, it's always a journey, sir. It's like I call it as a
of
tiger's
course.
journey. Later on, I'll explain that maybe in another session. Sir, please continue.
Okay. So thank you very much for sharing this, because I think I'll follow this strategy soon. The time has come for me to follow the same strategy. Okay. So once you go through the map and steps and you're doing well with your performance, that is when you can enjoy sustainability. You know, that is when you know that this startup is going to last. Okay. There are others, like we also do the life cycle of an entrepreneur. We put them into 3 phases, and then we also chalk out the valley of death. Once the entrepreneur recovers from the valley of death, and then the sustainability comes in. So there are many models. One is this, and of course, this is the final model that I want to talk about.
Sir, I
This
have a
is,
question. I have a question.
yeah,
Can you
yeah, yeah,
enlighten us about the value of death of a
yeah,
business?
yeah, yeah.
Is it a
Okay,
value
okay,
of death
value of
for entrepreneur or the business? Is it
value of death for, no, no. I mean, the entrepreneur is part of the business, so
great?
you can't
So
separate.
can you explain that, sir?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, I explain it to my students. How that your dad is investing in you for this 4 years BTech course. Okay, so that's investment. So the graph is going down, and then once you graduate and you start internship and you start earning, then that is when you you survive the valley of death, and then you keep coming up. But let me tell you, emotionally, you can never repay your father's investment. Okay, monetarily, even if you can do it monetarily, but emotionally, what your father has gone through in investing. Okay, I'm giving you an example. I mean, you can relate with that. But then, when the engineer, computer science engineer, who's done now he's done his internship, and he's also done additional skill upscaling with artificial intelligence and even blockchain and things like that, and what do you call image processing skills. So then he starts earning, because today that of course I'm talking about Bangalore. I mean, these big IT companies, they are going to stick to their employment pledge. They are going to recruit whoever they've assured, even after the lockdown is over. So then they start earning. I mean, it's only few, even Accenture and all the good paymasters. So that is when they overcome the valley of death. But they have not yet reached the break even point. The break even point is, of course, when they reach a stage that they know that I have been able to pay all my debts. Now, whatever I earn, I can start investing. Because these youngsters, they start investing from young age, not like us. We only saved, we didn't invest. But now, then once they start investing, that means they have really crossed the break even point, and they have said goodbye to the valley of death. Have
Super.
I made myself clear? Yeah.
Super explanation, sir. The reason I
Okay,
asked you
okay.
this
Thank
question
you. Yeah.
because we are actually running out of time. This is a version where
Okay,
we
okay. Yeah,
have
yeah. No,
40
no.
minutes.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have
yeah.
got 9
Yeah.
minutes left, sir. So if there is any
No
last
problem.
point, I would
One
be
more minute. One more minute.
sure,
One more
please,
minute.
please.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. See, this is very important. Value proposition, because the value proposition comes from the customers. What value are you proposing? What is the worth? What is the merit? What is the usefulness? And what is the importance of your offering to the customer? I'll give you an example. We bought, now everyone is on hand sanitizer, masks, and disinfectants, and all that. We bought a hand sanitizer. You know what is in the label? Boost your immunity
Yeah.
with the hand sanitizer. Okay. But then, if you see the composition, if you see the composition, apart from the isopropyl alcohol and ethylene alcohol, there is niacinamide, which is vitamin B12,
Yes.
nicotinamide. Now, vitamin B12 is supposed to take care of your skin. So even after using that hand sanitizer, you will have smooth hands. That is a value proposition, right? Okay. Now, to create that hand sanitizer, I have many key activities. Okay. My supply chain at a low cost, my key resources, my human resources, my logistic guys, physical resources, of course, and then the intellectual resources. So all these are key, and the partnership. Like if I am, say, I'll give you an example that I am into healthcare, a hospital chain of hospitals pan India. I go into collaboration with a pharma manufacturer and start manufacturing and distributing hand sanitizers, and not only to hospitals but also to as a mass market. I'll give it to you. Then we come to customer relationship channels, customer segments. But remember, everything is based on the cost structure and the revenue stream. This business model canvas is very old, um, designed by Alexander Osterwalder in 2004 or 2005. It was published in his book in 2010. But many have done PhD on this model canvas. They have now come up with many other components. I am not entitled to share that with you because they are not published. But anyway, this is if you have to understand this model canvas, if you can, understand this, then you can succeed. Say, for example, now I have covered the company. They have not paid me. Okay, I'm not endorsing them. But
Sir, only
this
5 minutes left.
yeah, masks, only 10 rupees a mask, 60 masks, 1 to 2 business day delivery. Can you imagine? This is the value proposition. This is niche marketing. There are many who have pets. They want to take care of their pets. Why not niche marketing? Right? So this is what all digital entrepreneurship is about. Okay, I think I am through.
Super. So we have
Yeah.
2 questions. His name is
Yeah, please.
Prashun. Prashun is asking you that for a digital entrepreneur, is it mandatory to
Yeah.
be a digital innovator?
Well, see, it is not mandatory. No, you have to be an innovator. You have to have a big idea, innovator. Then you want to take it in a digital platform. You have partners who will help you to take your big business idea into the through the digital journey. You don't have to be digital.
Great. Sumanta Bose is asking a question. Post COVID-19 situation, as an entrepreneur,
Yes,
and the
yes.
entrepreneur invest for which kind of market?
Healthcare. No, I'll tell you why. Even yesterday, Arijit, you also have heard him say, that is Sanjay Mehta, CEO of Hindustan Unilever.
Right.
He said the number one sector which is going to do well even after the lockdown is the healthcare sector. Now, healthcare, what I mean is not only I mean hospitals, beds, ICUs, ventilators. Okay. Now Maruti and Anand Mahindra, they're going to manufacture ventilators, and then masks, healthcare, sanitation, all safety devices. This is going to be big time. We might go the Japan way, all wearing masks even after lockdown.
We have to do that actually. I mean, that's a hygienic way we need
Yeah,
to follow.
yeah,
Honestly.
yeah.
Well, I have
Yes,
another interesting question from Akib Hussain. What is the most
yeah.
Okay, what is the one important learning for young entrepreneurs?
Empathy, empathy. Unless you know how to empathize, you don't be in the business world.
Agreed. Okay, so Siddharth, I can't read your question properly, but yes, sir, as you told, today's youth are investing but not saving. My question is that if I'm investing, how much I must invest, and if I'm saving, how much shall I? Well, actually, it depends on what kind of investment you
Yeah.
are talking about. Is it money or is it time? For me, it's time. I mean, money is just
Oh,
a
wonderful, Arijit. Wonderful.
transactional
Yeah,
element.
yeah,
So it depends
yeah,
on your
yeah, yeah.
time. Okay.
No, no,
Srinivas
I
is saying
agree with
that he
Arijit.
is from Bangladesh. He wants to give you his regards. And
Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum.
okay, really great session. And I can see number of chat is happening. Okay, I have got last question for you 2 minutes left. How can we leverage mobile marketing with empathy? Dr. Focused, few examples.
See, mobile marketing is digital marketing. Okay, it's part of digital
Part of me,
marketing.
yeah.
So yeah. So you have to empathize with whom you're going to. What is mobile going to do? Either you're going to send text messages, okay, ads, or through WhatsApp, or through all the apps, mobile marketing, through the social media, mobile. You can do email, whatever. But your target audience, unless you empathize with them, then no marketing will help. Even mobile marketing, you have to empathize. You
And
have to
moreover, I
put
believe,
yourself in the target audience.
I mean, talking on the same point, Bhaskar sir, I think moreover we need to understand our customers. Sometimes we feel that
Yes.
we have got 1 million user, 1 million followers, but somehow those installation in your application doesn't work because those are not your paid
Yeah.
people. Until unless
Yes.
you got the
Yes.
payment,
Yes.
they are not your customer. You know, so focus
Yes.
on the
Yes.
customer rather than getting only users. That's a ball game. That's a myth people used to do. I mean, I'm not sure how much it will sustain in the market. If you look at his earlier talks, Bhaskar ji was actually saying that these companies need to get the break-even point, and that's a fact. It's not
Yes.
me, you know.
Yes.
So running a
Yes.
market, building a company is a complete different kind of ball game. I'm really happy to have him as a speaker. Great session, sir. Super insights.
Thank you.
People are asking for your
And,
slides. So for their information,
another thing entrepreneurs have to do, have humility.
true.
Otherwise, without humility, you cannot progress.
Agreed, sir. Sir,
And be a
we'll be
learner,
more than happy
always
to,
learner.
yeah, sir, we'll be more than happy to have you in our another session, most probably with some other topic.
Sure.
Depends on the audience. Please ask us for his topic, and we'll be more than happy to have a knowledgeable person like him again and again with us to share his knowledge.
Thank you.
He's